Hello everyone, in today's video we'll compare three types of steaks of completely different price categories. And let's try to find out why one steak costs $3.50 and another one $112. Let's go. I think many of you have been out in the villages and have seen cows and bulls grazing in the fields. They mostly feed on green grass, but for winter, straw and hay are harvested for them. They're also fed on ground grain. Cows get more credit, of course, because they give milk every day. And if a bull calf is born, then it's raised and handed over for meat. We buy such meat in the market and in the store. And this is ordinary beef, and of all the meat parts, only one is feeded for steak. This is beef loin. It costs $11 per kilogram. I was given 3 medallions like this, and these are the most budget-friendly options for today. The next step in the awesomeness of meat is marbled beef. In order to see how marbled beef is bred, we had to drive 230 kilometers. This is the farm in one of the villages of Dnepropetrovsk in Russia, and in addition to the bulls, they breed here Aberdeen bulls, fully black, and there's one brown one. There are only 1-year bulls on the farm right now. They're not so big. In the morning, a tractor passes along the bull pen with a special mixture of crushed wheat, barley, corn, sorghum, bran, salt, and chalk in the trailer. This is a balanced feed. While the tractor is moving slowly, the workers collect food in buckets and spread it on the feeders. It takes 7 kilograms of this mixture per bull. There's also a lot of straw in the farm. Look at this mountain in comparison to me, and this is only a small part. After all, there's a whole hangar in the territory which stores the main supply of straw. All day long, the tractor brings up new portions of straw, and all this is laid out in feeders. Bulls are constantly eating, therefore they grow quickly, and their meat is of premium quality. But this is not all. On the territory of the farm there is a huge mountain. At first we thought it was some kind of waste, but no. This is silo, crushed tops of corn, which is laid in a huge pit. And with the help of special equipment, all this is compacted so tightly that there is no oxygen inside, thanks to which all these ferments and silage is obtained. When the green grass season ends, the silage is collected by an excavator. Due to the fact of fermentation insides, the silo is very hot. It is loaded into the tractor trailer. They also take bales of straw and grind them with the help of such a special device. And such finely chopped straw is mixed in the trailer along with the silo. And a special mechanism scatters all these into feeders. Thanks to this approach, meat is obtained with small streaks of fat. That's why it's called marble. Such meat is not immediately sent for sale. First, it is kept in special blown salt chambers. The salt here is in the form of these illuminated bricks. This is done so that excess moisture comes out of the meat. It decreases in volume, but the meat taste is enhanced. We cut a steak from a piece that was aged by 21 days. It costs $18.50 per kilogram. And the last type of steak left is Wagyu, one of the most expensive types of meat in the world. These varieties of gobbies are grown in Japan. They're very expensive and their care is simply royal. Due to the fact that there are no places for grazing in Japan because the entire free territory is dotted with rice fields, animals are kept in stalls. Due to the fact that they don't move much, the blood supply in the muscles decreases. As a result, bulls don't have much appetite. They improve meat by adding a small amount of beer in the diet of bulls, and so they do not develop cramps. They do massage. They're fattened first with grass and for the last 10 months with grain. Every Wagyu bulls is listed in a special register. In general, the Japanese are very serious about their meat. Therefore, Wagyu steaks are considered the most expensive in the world. You can't get them in a supermarket, so I had to order some. We received a box like this. Let's open it and see 2 Wagyu steaks. The cost of these steaks is $330 per kilo. Meat at this level can even be eaten raw. Look at how marbled it is. If you put all our steaks side by side, it is evident which meat is more expensive and which is cheaper. Well, let's cook some of them and compare. But first, side dishes. To do this, take leeks, mushrooms, baby corn, baby carrots, and small sweet peppers. We take a bowl, we pour carrots into it, mushrooms, baby corn. We pour the peppers on the table. We remove the tail, along in half, remove the seeds. And you can also throw it in a bowl. We cut off the root of the leek, the green part, cut it along, and cut into large parts. Top it all with tomato juice. Provence herbs, salt, pepper, and oil. We mix it all with our hands. Pour on a baking sheet, level, and put it into the oven at 200 degrees for about 20 minutes. Turns out to be a side dish. Now let's turn to the steaks. Preheat the grill to maximum. We take the steaks of the most ordinary beef. Sprinkle large sea salt. Pepper it. Turn them over. And do the same on the other side. To make the grilled stripes visible on the meat, brush the steaks with olive oil. And put it to the hot grill. Now we just wait for 2 minutes 40 seconds and flip them on the other side. On this side, fry exactly for the same amount of time. Now remove from the grill and put into the oven at 200 degrees on the grill for 10 minutes. In the meantime, let's make an unusual sauce. We take blue cheese. Yes, not everyone likes it, but believe me, the sauce will be outstanding. We cut it into pieces. Put the saucepan on the stove and take 20% cream. Open it and pour into a saucepan. Hit it almost until it boils. Dump the cheese. Whisk until it's completely dispersed into the cream. We wait until it thickens. We add salt. And then you can remove it. Pour it into a saucepan. By this time, the steaks are ready. We get some vegetables and put them near steaks. Pour the sauce over them. And let's taste it. The steaks turned out perfectly roasted medium. The meat is very soft, but that powerful meat flavor is missing. Garnish? Just delicious crunchy vegetables. But the sauce is incredibly delicious. Move to the next steak. This is T-bone. The meat here is more dense because it was aged by 21 days. Salt it. Pepper it. And on the other side, we repeat the same thing. Some people say that if you salt the steak before cooking, it will lose its juiciness. Yes, there's a small drop of moisture in 10 minutes, but the steak is well salted, and you don't have to eat steak with salt crystals. This bunch of fresh rosemary and thyme we put to hot grill. Top it with olive oil. We wait for a smell, and then put our steak on top of it. Fry it for about 2.5 minutes on each side. After that, we remove it and put it into the oven. Also for 10 minutes, put it on a plate and vegetables on the side. With a knife, we separate the meat from the bone. Remove it. We cut 2 steak pieces into smaller ones. Pour the sauce and taste it. Due to the fact that the steak was on the bone, it has a very rich meat taste. I really like it. Medium rare roasting is just awesome. The cameraman and I devoured the steak in just a minute. It's definitely worth the money. And finally, the most expensive thing, this Wagyu steak. We will cook one whole and the other one in pieces, just like in Japan. We cut off the edge of one of the steaks to make it square. Just look at how marble it is. We add salt on one side, pepper, and send it to a hot grill. You don't need oil here. Fat is released from the steak and there is enough of it. On the one side, we roast it for 2 minutes. We wait for another 2 minutes and cut the steak into 3 pieces. We put them on end. And fry them for another 20 seconds to seal all sides. We pour half a glass of cognac, pour it on the meat. Let the brandy burn out and remove a plate. Garnish is not needed here, I just want to taste such an expensive piece of meat. So, let's go. Well, this is the most tender meat I've ever tasted in my life. Due to the fact that fat layer is salted with meat fibers, the steak does not need to be chewed. It seems to fall apart, melt in your mouth. And there's also slight sourness from the cognac. The taste is just as meaty as the previous one, but this is really something new. Now let's get ready for restaurant Wagyu. To do this, we take 3 such large shrimps. We tear off their heads. Cut the chicken lengthwise with scissors. Remove the esophagus. We dump the shrimp into the bowl and pour some soy sauce. Let it marinate for about 5 minutes. Preheat the grill in the meantime. Salt and pepper the meat. We spread the shrimp on the flat part of the grill and the steak on the grate. Mark 2 minutes and turn the steak and shrimp over. Put the shrimp near the steak. Pour cognac over it and set it on fire. Let it burn for a while and cover with a bowl. Leave it for 20 seconds. You can put the steak on a plate now. Just look at how soft it is. Shrimp are cleaned from chitin and put them on the steak. Some blue cheese sauce. We take a sprig of rosemary, insert it into the steak, light up the burner, and warm up the rosemary so that it smells. Wagyu restaurant steak is ready to be tasted. I think that the pure taste of steak cannot be better. But no, the combination of shrimp, steak, and sauce is just perfect. The steak is revealed in a new way. It's just smashingly soft and delicious. All in all, if you get hands on this Wagyu steak, then definitely cook it like this. And one last question, is it worth the money? From the point of view of just getting full, of course not. For this money, you could just buy a ton of pork and make a barbecue. But if you want to taste something new, go for it. And if you enjoy this format when we show the progress from the ground up going to your table, then like this video and we'll make something similar. Also subscribe and if it's not too hard, share it with your friends. Bye bye.